A big health alert here. New measles numbers just in from the CDC. The number of cases in the U.S. is close to beating the record set in 2014. So far this year, 626 people have gotten sick from this highly infectious virus. It just keeps climbing. It's up 71 cases since just last week. The agency says this is the second greatest number of cases reported in the U.S. since measles was completely eliminated back in 2000. 22 states, nearly half of the U.S., have reported cases of the measles. 6 areas are reporting outbreaks. That's defined as 3 or more cases. Washington State and New York City, hardest hit. They have a combined 268 cases reported. Meantime, why should you care? Because doctors in Israel say they're hoping for the best for a flight attendant who's been in a deep coma when she got the measles. She's been in the hospital for more than 3 weeks. She has an inflamed brain. That's a known complication of the measles. Health officials are unsure where she contracted the virus, but they say it could have happened on a flight between Israel and New York. They do not think that she spread the virus to any passengers, though. Doctors believe the 43-year-old may have gotten a single dose of the measles vaccine when she was just a child. So the CDC says 1 dose is about 93% effective. And if you want my take, here's the simple truth. Anti-vaxxers have been blowing me up on social media since we started covering the story. So I want to break down each and every one of your concerns that you've posted. So first, areas where there's an outbreak like Brooklyn and New York City, they're going to be mandating that you get the MMR vaccine if you are 6 months or older. But kids aren't supposed to get the MMR vaccine until 12 months, right? What gives? Well, the CDC is following what the CDC typically recommends for those who travel internationally, especially to areas with a measles epidemic, because they don't have access to a vaccine. So they say you must vaccinate your baby 6 months or older. Well, guess what? You no longer have to travel to a third world country to be concerned about that. The measles are here in the U.S. Second, many of you have tweeted or posted statistics showing how many injuries are linked to vaccines versus the measles itself. Medical experts want to remind you that you haven't seen measles complications recently because measles was eliminated completely in 2000 thanks to vaccines. As the number of cases continue to rise because people are refusing to vaccinate, we're going to start seeing more and more measles complications. That's just a fact. And finally, so many of you have posted about the vaccine court that has awarded $4 billion for vaccine injuries. Over 80% of those cases are being settled without making any real conclusion about the cause of the injury because it's so hard to prove vaccines cause injury. I actually did a simple truth on this. It was started to encourage you to get vaccines because you're going to have a right to sue if you're injured. It was to avoid those massive, costly, and often frivolous lawsuits against manufacturers that may prevent them from making these life-saving vaccines. And before you post your CDC stats on the relatively small number of adverse reactions to MMR vaccines, because nothing, I mean nothing, is 100% without risk, consider this from the World Health Organization. From 2000 to 2017, the measles vaccine has prevented 21.1 million deaths worldwide. Before the vaccine, measles caused an estimated 2.6 million deaths each year. So I don't mind your nasty comments, but do not spread lies or misinformation on my page. Children's lives depend on it. And that is the simple truth.
America's #1 meal kit company can get you prepping like a pro, cooking a mean burger, dinner done in 30. HelloFresh delivers award-winning taste week after week. Use code TV80 to get $80 off. HelloFresh, get cooking.
With free cancellations, bookers book now and ask their boss later.
Do you want breakfast or no? Definitely breakfast.
Be a booker at Booking.com. And Doug.
What do all these people have in common, Limo? Exactly. Nothing. They're completely different people. That's why they need customized car insurance from Liberty Mutual. They'll only pay for what they need. Yes, and they could save a ton. You've done it again, Limu. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
There will be a second date, but
Today, Molly's getting dressed for her first girls' night out since the big move.
It just felt like the
She asked her Stitch Fix stylist for jeans that fit